Good.
I'm sorry, false alarm. Can you, if Carol, can you?
So anyway, yeah.
Very busy.
I'm not going to.
Not doing anything, doing very little with council.
Hey,
Well, I mean, I'm keeping it quiet, but you know I got that job. I've been
she's gonna put it in the frame, you know, hand it to her. Take
the
a
last
picture.
2 weeks. I worked 12 days in the last 14. Fucking exhausted. Well, we have different yeah, after 10 years of no real work.
And then I have like.
And you hit the ground 100 miles an hour. Oh, yeah, 100 miles an hour, boom.
Then I'll get.
And,
We had to start.
yeah, but so much has changed. There's a lot I don't remember, a lot I don't know. And I actually think the management's a lot worse this time because you got a full appointment. They don't have the quality people we had before, they're just not there.
Yeah, yeah, check it out.
Like I'm on exchange.
I spent 10 days
Check out, Oprah's
out west at a one-day meeting in Missouri, Montana with the company.
Carol's, we're having trouble finding a frame.
Take it out when it's only like $40 a month for you.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're talking whole life, I don't know.
Yeah, I went to school with them,
Yes,
say,
yes.
undergrad, so
And it's
I've traveled west,
4%
particularly
interest,
west Point.
and it never goes lower.
And so,
I just-
but she had never been to these places. I took her to Zion.
No,
It's
Oh,
a nice
yeah.
little saving plan. You might want to consider.
I at this point in my life,
We ended up at
if I was,
Buffalo.
if I were to pass away,
Montana.
I mean, financially, it was
Well, you have debts.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody would have those debts.
Pass, and then took her up to Canadian Rockies, and she agreed to 200 miles.
no.
Forest service.
Good luck collecting that from my non-existent estate.
Exactly.
And a Jeep, your car?
In a brown,
Yeah, there you go.
in a Dodge minivan.
But anyway, so I've got to get a open range. Now he's just going to have.
Grizzly Gold Club.
Wow.
That's just going to have
Exactly
whole
why
life
we
future
chose
play.
it. Haven't seen it.
That'll be just enough to. That may change. You never know.
I happened to be one time when I was in
I don't know about
town.
Williams, but you may.
Better hope you got a phone.
Yeah, 20 years
I'm
ago.
gonna go to the meeting. Well,
Oh, good.
I got
I think that's a good thing, Randy.
Yeah,
Excellent.
quite a while now.
Two terms. Same person or two people?
No.
I asked me personal questions.
I don't know.
Well, you just brought it to me.
I did.
Stacy's job.
No, I think Carolyn's like 2 months.
Excellent. So anyway, so yeah, so now we'll have that too.
I need I need a little bit, just a little bit. Hi, hey.
No, I
I have one of these cousins.
I know, you told me, but I,
But like
no,
like one of them got in a car accident.
I gained one, lost one. Sorry, Todd.
Somebody and he's like, hey, so we're trying to get
Not yet. This one.
so.
I am I think next summer. Yeah. I settled a civil case. I actually got so many out of that.
Well, no,
So,
that's always helpful.
like, I've been trying to save up like 50 grand before I go out there. And it's
All right,
incentive.
all rise.
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
It's not necessary.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us on a Saturday afternoon. A roll call, please.
Mayor Delacuilla.
Here?
Director of Law Pignatello. Here. Director of Finance Herwick. Councilman at Large Elliott.
Here.
Councilwoman at Large Kelly.
Here.
Councilwoman at Large Stager.
Here.
Ward 1 Councilman Biassiata.
Here.
Ward 2 Councilman Martin.
Here.
Ward 3 Councilman Snitsky.
Here.
Ward 4 Councilman Greenwald.
Here.
Director of Public Service and Properties Johnson.
Here.
Building Commissioner Hoop. And Engineer Collins.
Okay, we'll now have the reading and disposal of the journal of the regular meeting of July 23rd.
Mr. President,
Councilman Stinsky.
having read the council minutes for the council meeting of July 23rd, I find no errors or omissions, and therefore I move that it be approved as printed.
Second.
Roll call.
Kelly.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. Minutes have been adopted. Can we now move on to the consent agenda, August 24th.
Mr. President,
Councilman.
if there's no division of the question, I move that we accept the consent agenda for August 24th, 2019.
Second.
Roll call.
Kelly.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. Consent agenda has been adopted. We're going to move on to resolution 21.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read resolution number 21-2019 in its entirety for its final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Kelly.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Resolution number 21, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. A resolution of commendation to Frankie Wolf, City of Seven Hills Hall of Fame, Resident of the Month, August 2019. Whereas Frankie Wolf grew up in Seven Hills and comes from a large family, having 5 brothers and sisters. And whereas Frankie Wolf, during his sophomore year at Normandy High School, attended an acting convention in Los Angeles, IMTA, in 2014, where he signed with HRI Talent Agency and Unified Management. Frankie moved to California shortly after the IMTA convention and is currently living in Glendale, California. And whereas Frankie Wolf has worked on films such as We Still Say Grace, Monsters and Men, and Chance. He has also worked on television shows such as Nickelodeon's Henry Danger. Frankie is currently enrolled at Studio School studying acting and filmmaking. His goal is to write and direct his own films. And whereas Frankie Wolf keeps active with Akron-based Pro Model and Talent, helping instruct classes for those looking to start in the entertainment industry, and returns home most summers to stay connected and bonded with family and the Seven Hills community. And whereas the City of Seven Hills and the Hall of Fame Committee would like to recognize Frankie Wolf for his outstanding achievements and endeavors by presenting him with the August 2019 Seven Hills Hall of Fame Resident of the Month honor. Now therefore be it resolved by the Council of the City of Seven Hills, Ohio, that the appreciation of the Mayor of Council and all other elected and appointed officials is hereby extended to Frankie Wolf for his outstanding achievements in the entertainment industry, and the best wishes of the official family are herewith extended to him for continued success. That the Clerk of Council be and she is hereby authorized and directed to forward a certified copy of this resolution to Frankie Wolf immediately upon its adoption. That this resolution is hereby determined to be an emergency measure necessary for the immediate preservation of the public peace, health, safety, and welfare of the City of Seven Hills, and for the further reason that same affects the day-to-day business of the municipality. Wherefore, this resolution shall take effect and be in force immediately upon its adoption, otherwise at the earliest period allowed by law.
Thank you. We have further motion.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we adopt resolution 21-2019.
I second.
We have any comments? I can go first. When want to congratulate Frankie and his mom. Like we see with a number of people of the distinction here at council, you can't have success without the support of family and friends. So a lot of the thanks does go to his mom here tonight. And what an impressive record Frankie's compiled at such a young age. And I'm sure he's making Seven Hills proud out in Los Angeles. We're going to go over his television films really quick. We Still Say Grace, The Middle, Fear of the Walking Dead, Zeros 2, Undercover Squad, Henry Danger on Nickelodeon, Purity, Summer of Aliens, College Fever, Babe Blue, Lexi and Chance. In addition, he's done commercials such as Subway and been involved in web films such as the Loyola Marymount student film. So what a record at such a young age, and what a representative of Seven Hills. So thank you, Frankie, and thank you, Erica, his mom. Any further comments?
Yes, Council President. I would like to thank Ms. Wolf for coming today and accepting this on your son's behalf. Congratulations to your son and to you as well. Thank you so much.
Further comments? Roll call.
Kelly.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes, Resolution 21 has been adopted. Ms. Wolf, if you give the grandbaby back, or... Okay. We're going to do a... Councilman Elliott would like to present you with the official resolution.
You could probably charge rent on who would want to hold the baby for you.
That's true. Turn face. Have Mike would like to take a picture for the Hall of Fame.
I'll get his spot. Be in that picture forever, the baby.
Outstanding. Thank you. There's a future Hall of Famer there. That little cutie. Maybe we should all go visit him. I'll wait till the weather changes. All right. You're welcome. Audience is now open to the, floor is now open to the audience on legislation only. Okay. Moving on to ordinance and resolution. Ordinance 112, 2019.
Mr. President,
Councilman.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 112-2019 by title only for its first and final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Kelly.
Yes.
Elliott.
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Ordinance number 112, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing the City of Seven Hills to enter into an agreement commencing October 1st, 2019 through September 30th, 2020, in an amount not to exceed $787,252.32 with Medical Mutual of Ohio for the furnishing of medical insurance benefits for qualified full-time city employees, authorizing and directing the mayor to sign on behalf of the City of Seven Hills any and all documents necessary to implement and give force and effect to said medical coverages and declaring an emergency.
Mr. President,
Councilman.
I'd just like to state for the record that the reason for the emergency is that it is necessary to pass this in order to ensure continuing medical insurance for the employees of the City of Seven Hills. On that note, I move that we pass ordinance number 112-2019.
Second.
Roll call.
Mr. President,
Councilman.
yeah, I have a comment on the issue.
Yes, fire away. Floor is yours, Councilman Martin.
Thank you. I assumed there was going to be some discussion on this topic. I have spoken with Sonia. I did get the information on regarding the increase, which is a extremely high increase for any entity to absorb, whether it's in the private sector or in the government sector. I guess the discussion I never did hear from back was the ability to pay for this purely by the coffers of Seven Hills, or is there a participation that is expected by our own employees in this day and age, that the participation rates be reflective of what occurs in most other governmental entities as well as the private sector. The rates currently being enjoyed by our employees is excessively low, and in this day and age of healthcare costs. And this is a very large cost that's been carried over into this new contract. And it's an issue I believe needs to be explored of what the participation rates are to be able to have the ability to continue with benefits of this level. There needs to be a participation by everybody, not just the taxpayers themselves.
Mr. Chairman.
Director Johnson.
Councilman, to your comments, the participation rate of employees is collectively bargained, so that might be a subject to be brought up during the collective bargaining process.
Thank you.
Any further?
Mr. President, I just have a remark, but I think we're at the point of reading at this point rather than a vote, and I will have some comments at that point.
Thank you. Any further comments at this time? You'll now have the first and final reading of ordinance. We already read it? Do we have a further motion?
We do. Motion by Randy, seconded by Stacy.
So this is for the voting, Mr. Mayor.
May I have the floor?
Floor is yours.
I know there's been a lot of consternation over this issue. We've had a lot of dialogue, and I just have a brief summary that I'd like to provide to council explaining where we are and why we're proposing that this be done today. Seven Hills health insurance rates have remained relatively stable for a number of years now, which is the exception rather than the rule in the current market. On an average, in a 5-year period, the industry assumption is that a plan will have 2 bad years of experience and 3 good years. The city has basically gone 7 years before having 1 bad year. Our broker has done, I believe, an exceptional job in keeping our costs reasonably steady throughout the last several years. For the 2014 and 2015 plan year and the 2015 and 17 plan years, there was a 12% rate increase each year. For the 2017 and 19 plan years, there was an 8% increase. On July 22nd, 2019, our insurance broker first informed the city of the current renewal of almost 30% increase. And this is the reason we are trying to get all of our employees into the form fire application format so that our group can be shopped in the hopes of decreasing this premium amount. Unfortunately, the rate increase is tied to the claims in the current plan, are that 1 year out of 7, 1 bad year out of the 7. In the interim, the city must provide coverage during the time that the group is being shopped to multiple carriers, which is why the administration is asking for passage of the renewal so as to allow the city to pay incoming invoices until our group is moved and/or our premium is reduced. The goal is to allow us to align the plan year, currently October through September, to the HSA deductible year, which is December 1 through November 30th, because the different cycles can cause confusion. Given the city's long history of good years with Medical Mutual, getting the lower quotes and negotiating with them is most likely our best strategy, as we don't have a history with another carrier, meaning others would be less likely to negotiate with our broker. And as this is, I think we pointed out, this is required that we provide this coverage under our collective bargaining agreements. So I ask that the council pass this measure. Thank you, Mr. President.
Any further comments? Roll call.
Kelly,
Yes.
Elliott,
Yes.
Stager,
Yes.
Greenwald,
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. We'll now have the reading of the fiscal officer certificate dated August 1st, 2019, pertaining to ordinance number 113, 2019.
To the Council of the City of Seven Hills, Ohio, as fiscal officer of the City of Seven Hills, I certify in connection with your proposed issue of notes and an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $1,935,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to provide funds to pay costs of improving, in cooperation with the County of Cuyahoga, City of Parma, and otherwise, McCreary Road, Evelyn Avenue, Mapleview Drive, Plumwood Lane, East Hill Circle, East Hillsdale Avenue, West 9th Street, Lombardo Center, Maple Hill Drive, Rolling View Drive, Parkview Drive, Twilight Drive, Nemeth Drive, Cherry Lane, South Mary Lane, and Oak Lane between certain termini by reconstructing, restoring, and rehabilitating curbs, curb ramps, driveway approaches, and sections of the pavement base where necessary, adjusting and rehabilitating manholes and catch basins, preparing the surface and resurfacing, together with the necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, that the estimated life or period of usefulness of each class of the improvements described above is at least 5 years. The estimated maximum maturity of the bonds calculated in accordance with Section 133.20 of the revised code is 15 years. If notes in anticipation of the bonds are outstanding later than the last day of December of the 5th year, following the year of issuance of the original issue of notes, the period in excess of those 5 years must be deducted from that maximum maturity of the bonds. The maximum maturity of the notes is 240 months from the date of issuance of the original issue of notes for the improvements. Signed, Sonia Herwig, Director of Finance, August 1st, 2019.
Moving on to ordinance 113, 2019.
Mr. President,
Councilwoman Kelly.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 113-2019 by title only for its first and final reading.
I'll second. Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Ordinance 113, 2019, introduced by councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance providing for the issuance and sale of notes in an aggregate principal amount not to exceed $1,935,000 in anticipation of the issuance of bonds to provide funds to pay costs of improving in cooperation with the County of Cuyahoga, City of Parma, and otherwise certain designated streets between certain termini by reconstructing, restoring, and rehabilitating curbs, curb ramps, driveway approaches, and sections of the pavement base where necessary, adjusting and rehabilitating manholes and catch basins, preparing the surface, and resurfacing together with the necessary appurtenances and work incidental thereto, and declaring an emergency.
Further motion?
Mr. President,
Councilwoman?
I move that we pass ordinance number 113-2019.
I'll second. Any comments? Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. Ordinance 113 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 114, 2019.
Mr. President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 114, 2019 by title only for its first and final reading.
I'll second.
Second.
Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Ordinance 114, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance appropriating the additional sum of $210,309.30 for the 2019 concrete pavement rehabilitation and asphalt overlay project in the city of Seven Hills for rehabilitating and resurfacing the remaining portions of Twilight Drive, Nemeth Drive, Cherry Lane, South Mary Lane, and Oak Lane that are not part of the Hemlock Creek Watershed Utility Improvement Project, and declaring an emergency.
Further motion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Snitsky.
I move that we pass ordinance number 114-2019.
I'll second. Any comments?
Yes, sir.
Councilman Snitsky.
I just want to thank the foresight of the city for doing this. The Hemlock Creek project has been a very long, expensive, and drawn-out project, not only for the city, but for the residents. But to do part of a street, especially a street that has been basically demolished by the construction project, and not do the street, part of the street that's directly involved in the sewers, is kind of silly. So I appreciate the forethought and the intelligence in doing this at this time. Thank you.
Thank Councilman Snitsky. I'll briefly state for the record that it was handled in two parts so that the part of the street that was not part of Hemlock would not be assessed to the residents. And this additional nub is rolled into the overall 2019 street program so that the impacted residents of Hemlock are not singled out to bear this expense. And that's the rationale for two pieces of the project. Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. Ordinance 114 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 115.
Thank you all.
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 115-2019 by title only for its first and final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Ordinance 115, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a community cost share agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with the Northeast Ohio Regional Sewer District for the purpose of the district providing funding to assist the city with the purchase of a new street sweeper as a community cost share project proposed by the city and declaring an emergency.
Further motion?
Mr. President,
Councilman Elliott.
I move that we pass ordinance 115-2019.
Second.
Quick comment here. No funds are being exchanged here. This is merely authorizing the mayor to complete the application so that we can receive 100% reimbursement of our previously approved street sweeper. So this is just giving the mayor the authorization to fill out an application, which will net us basically a free and new street sweeper. Any further comments? Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. Ordinance 115 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 116.
Mr. President,
Councilman Martin.
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 116-2019 by title only for its first and final reading.
Second.
Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Mr. President,
Oh,
oops, sorry.
comments on the reading?
I have no comment, thank you.
We'll proceed with the first and final reading.
Ordinance 116, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delaquila and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a 3-year agreement on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, with the state of Ohio Department of Transportation for bridge inspection program services and declaring an emergency.
Thank you. Further motion?
Mr. President,
Councilman?
I move that we pass ordinance 116-2019.
Second.
Any comments on 116? No? Okay, here's another small partnership where we're turning over bridge inspections in the city of Seven Hills over to the state of Ohio. If there's any future costs associated with this, it'll be borne by the state of Ohio, and there's no cost to the taxpayers of Seven Hills. Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes, 116 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 117.
Mr. President,
Councilman?
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance number 117-2019 by title only for its first and final reading.
I'll second.
Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Ordinance 117, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delaquila. Councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to appropriate an additional sum of $650 for a change order to ordinance number 140, 2014, passed by council November 10th, 2014, which authorized an initial amount of $1,900 to Centus Corporation for standard uniform and service product rental to be used by the City of Seven Hills. The additional sum of $650 being for the remainder of the year 2019 and declaring an emergency.
Further motion?
Mr. President, I move that we pass ordinance number 117-2019.
Second the motion.
Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. 117 is passed. Moving on to ordinance 118, 2019.
Mr. President,
Councilman?
I move that we suspend the rules under the charter and read ordinance 118-2019 for its first and final reading.
Second the motion.
Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Ordinance number 118, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance to appropriate an additional sum not to exceed $3,259.18 for change order to purchase order number 78809. Original amount of the PO was $1,499, making the total purchase order $4,758.18 for preventative maintenance for fire truck engine number 1, which authorized the repairs, which consists of but is not limited to performing an annual PM service on the chassis for a specific checklist to include oil and filters, change and grease the chassis, noting all deficiencies found and declaring an emergency.
Further motion?
Mr. President,
Councilman?
I move that we pass ordinance 118-2019.
Second.
Just like to briefly note that this was, I mistakenly thought that this was an addendum to a repair order because we had a couple repairs on this engine earlier this year. I was incorrect. This is a change to the original preventative maintenance contract with Fallsway that was only for $1,499. So we're doing extra preventative maintenance. This is not part of the repair bill that I mistakenly said during caucus. So I wanted all council to know that I made that error and I'm correcting the record. This is just preventative maintenance. Roll call?
Mr. President?
Yes, sir.
It's kind of where I was getting at the first time around. I was wondering why it went up so much.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, if I'm correct, it's almost,
yeah, looking it over, it's, they're doing the chassis this time as opposed to just normal oil changes and stuff. So they're greasing, doing a grease job, and it's the amounts not to exceed. So it's also going to cover any deficiencies found, so the amount could come in lower. So it's not a set amount. They're doing preventive maintenance, looking for what they can find, and we're setting a cap on the spending, but it does not necessarily mean that they're going to spend the full $3,200 extra. Oh. Yeah. If I, and it's engine number 1, not engine number 2, if I said that. Okay, any further questions? If not, we're going to do roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. We'll now have the first reading of ordinance 119, 2019.
Ordinance 119, 2019, introduced by Mayor Delacuilla and councilpersons Biassiata, Kelly, Elliott, Stager, Martin, Snitsky, and Greenwald. An ordinance authorizing and directing the mayor to enter into a 2019-2020 MICOM regional agreement, Parma Region, on behalf of the city of Seven Hills, Ohio, for the purpose of assisting MICOM in connecting Greater Cleveland's youth to community-based quality programming and services.
Council's now open to the audience for miscellaneous. We'll now have council miscellaneous, and we're going to start on the far end with Councilman Martin.
Mr. President,
Councilman.
I move that we confirm and accept the Zoning Board of Appeals recommendations for the matter that was brought before them on August 7th from Stephen Zucco at 1854 Hillside Road, which includes the construction of a pole barn and its distance and its size and its height.
Council President,
Councilwoman.
I will be recusing myself on this matter. I know Mr. Zuko, and he's done work at my home, so.
Thank you, Councilwoman Kelly. Yes.
Norton, you need to say if there's no division of the question. 'Cause there's actually.
Are we doing all three at once? Each?
Yeah, A, B, and C?
A, B, and C?
Yeah.
If there's no division, just add if there's no division of the question, because there's theoretically, a member of council could agree to A and B and not C.
Okay. Mr. President,
Councilman.
if there's no division of the question, I make a motion to confirm and accept the Zoning Board of Appeals recommendations for the variance requested at the August 7th Zoning Board of Appeals meeting for Stephen Zucco at 1854 Hillside Road.
I'll second. Any discussion? Roll call.
Elliott,
Yes.
Stager,
Yes.
Greenwald,
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. The ZBA motions related to Stephen Zucco have been confirmed by council. Do we have a further floor motion, Councilman Martin?
I do. Mr. President,
Councilman Martin.
I move to confirm and accept the Zoning Board of Appeals recommendation from their August 7th meeting for a variance on 6514 Monroy Drive regarding the construction of 8-foot by 10-foot shed.
A second. Roll call.
Kelly,
She's recused still, I guess.
one also.
Yeah.
Okay. Elliott,
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Greenwald,
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin,
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes. Any further miscellaneous tonight, Councilman Martin?
I have none.
Councilman Snitsky.
Yes, Council President, on the matter of the Planning Commission meeting of August 14th, 2019, referring to modifications to the previously approved Meyer project plans in the northeast corner of Broadview and Orchard View Avenues, which were submitted on July 24th. Planning Commission has unanimously approved some minor changes to the elevation of the signage and the addition of eyebrow lighting to the convenience store canopy. So I would like to move that we confirm the acceptance of the Planning Commission's recommendations of August 14th, 2019.
I'll second. In discussion, roll call.
Kelly,
Yes.
Elliott,
Yes.
Stager.
Yes.
Greenwald.
Yes.
Snitsky.
Yes.
Martin.
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, further miscellaneous?
I would just like to say that sitting in on that meeting, I was very impressed with the commitment that Meyer has to this project. I might be wrong on the date. You can correct me if I am, but I believe on, I want to say the middle of July, like July 19th, Meyer took control of the lease of the property. They actually paid the holding company for Kmart. And I believe, I could be wrong, the sum I believe was around $55,000 to get the lease. So they're very, very, very committed to this project. It was really good to see. And they're moving ahead, which is nice to see. And that's it. Thank you.
Correct me, did you do no division of the question and got both of these?
I don't,
They're two,
do you need to do division
Oh,
of the
no.
question when there's only one item on
my
there?
bad.
Okay, that's cool.
I'm not on my game.
That's all right. You're on your game. I think you're
No,
very
I'm
much
not.
on your game.
I'm off. Yeah, that was a good planning commission meeting with Meyer. Councilman Greenwald, any miscellaneous?
No, sir.
Councilman Stager?
Nothing, thank you.
Councilman Elliott?
No, sir.
Councilman Kelly?
Nothing, thank you.
And Administration Service Director?
Mr. Chairman, I just want to thank council for approving the legislation authorizing the mayor to execute the contract with the sewer district. We're hoping to, as soon as we can go through this formality, order the equipment and try to get it here in time for leaf season.
Mr. Mayor?
I just want to say I very much appreciate and recognize the commitment of this council to come in on a day off during the month of August when we're in recess to handle these very important matters. I think it speaks volumes about the dedication and hard work that this council is doing, and I want to thank you all for your attentiveness to the needs of the city. No other formal report, Mr. President.
Law Director? Okay, and I have no comments tonight. Everyone have a safe and fun weekend, and we'll see you again in September. I motion to adjourn at 1:58.
Second?
Roll call.
Kelly?
Yes.
Elliott?
Yes.
Stager?
Yes.
Greenwald?
Yes.
Snitsky?
Yes.
Martin?
Yes.
Biassiata.
Yes, we have adjourned.